Yeah, there's we went down on Washington. There's like palm trees everywhere, flying around. Sand.
My power went out, and all my neighbors were standing out there. You have power? No. And I'm like, no, I don't. But well, what are we gonna do? I said, I'm gonna go to work. the power will come back on, or it won't. Okay, Wilshire Boulevard, 833. Okay, cool. And it's hot. The wind's blowing, and it's hot. I'm boiling in this car.
It could be hotter, right?
This is true.
It's probably hotter downtown.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, what do you got for your weekend? No Coachella for you?
No.
Those days over?
No. Yeah. I'm actually, we're in from San Francisco.
Oh,
so,
really? Cool.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy the beach and hanging out in LA.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah, had a couple meetings today, one more this morning, and then relaxation time.
Congratulations to that.
Yeah.
I used to live in the Bay Area.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I went to Berkeley. I lived in San Leandro.
Nice.
My first apartment was in Fremont, and then we moved to San Leandro. And it was cool. I enjoyed living up there.
Yeah.
Are you from there originally? Or?
No, I'm from Kentucky originally, actually.
Oh, okay. Wow, there's absolutely no southern accent to you.
I lost it.
On purpose?
No, I wish I still had it.
Yeah, I love southern accents.
I like it too, but actually I lost it in Ohio.
Oh, wow.
It only took like 2 years and it was gone.
Wow, that's weird. A lifetime of a southern they just like that 2 years, all gone.
If I drink a lot, it comes out.
I would imagine at that point.
Yeah. And when I'm in the South, like when I go back and visit, and then I come back to California, it's noticeable.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
It just comes and goes.
Do you get a chance to go visit home frequently?
I'm going next month.
Oh, cool.
Probably twice a year.
Oh, okay.
But my parents actually live here in Marina Del Rey now, so.
Oh, really? They moved down here? Okay, excellent. Miss Macy, it's too much wind to be letting in the car.
My hair appreciates it.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So what do you do? What brings you in town? What do you do?
I work in the gaming industry.
Oh.
But we do a lot of branded games, so like celebrities and shows and movies, so there's a lot of work in LA.
Okay.
The games.
How does that work? So you mean internet celebrities or
Any kind.
any kind of celebrity? So they play your game or they're
No, they're in the game.
ah,
like,
the celebrity's face is in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So like, for example, we did an app with Tom Hanks. So it was that one was a little bit different because it was his idea. So he loves typewriters, and so we made a Hanks Writer app, which is basically an app that turns your iPad or iPhone into a typewriter. Like sounds like it, looks like it.
Oh, okay.
Just stuff like that. Sometimes it's their ideas. Sometimes it's just like branded content. Like,
Okay.
we have an idea and we think we'll be better with X celebrity to get more marketing. So
That's cool.
different stuff like that.
Wow. I'd like to make a game. Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. I mean, I wouldn't mind making a game if I knew anything about it, which I do not. But I would love to. I was talking to a guy the other day, and he was talking about he started a YouTube channel, and he's going to play video games. He's doing something, and he's going to have somebody who's never played. And I just thought, people watch that. And he says, yeah, man, in large numbers, people watch other people play video games.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, this guy named Dan DTM, the Diamond Minecart,
Okay.
he did a video of one of our games called Draw a Stickman Epic, which isn't branded, it's just like our own brand, where it's all about drawing your own tools to help you through an adventure. And we were like really high on the ranks on the Apple Store. We're like, why are we so high? We don't know what happened. And then we realized this guy has 9 million subscribers, and he made 5 videos about our game, and now we're like #1 on the App Store just because he did it for free without us knowing about it.
Wow. So he had that many subscribers before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like he plays one game every day, so he posts a video every day.
That's
on
it?
YouTube. Yep. And
Wow.
he makes tons of money doing it.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. I'm thinking, Jesus. I mean, because I used to play video games when I was a kid. I couldn't play a video game to save my life now.
Yeah.
And I avoided it because I don't want the whole day to be gone. You know, because they look so cool. You know, but
And graphics are insane.
they're insane. I was thinking the only thing I can contribute to this community is, you know, I used to play football. And although I've never played Madden of any year, the idea, because I've seen it look so realistic, I would just take a game that's already been played, and the commentators who say all the things that they can't say, I would say. So, you know, this guy get hit. Oh, I can't believe he's just. Well, what is he hits his wife harder than that?
Yeah.
Come on, I mean, because there's you know, they're always getting arrested for this, that, and the other, and they never mention it, and I would just lay into everybody.
Yeah. That would be humorous for sure.
You know, so it just, that's all I could, other than that, and even then I could see where, you know, the whole, you know, oh, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, okay, we'll play for an hour, and then, oh, it's 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even short mobile games, like, there's this game, it's one of the top grossing called Clash Royale, and it's like a card battler game, and they're only 3-minute games, they're like, you're playing against a real person, like, battling them, and it's only 3 minutes at a time, and I can get sucked into it, and I'm like, thinking, oh, it's just a 3-minute game, like, and then it's 30 minutes later, and I'm like, did I play 10? Like, what happened? How did this happen? How did I lose 30 minutes of time on a 3-minute game?
Oh, that's incredible, man.
Yeah, but they know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's engaging as hell. That's why I would have to be in a position where I had like millions of subscribers in free time, because I will never buy any superhero game, Arkham, X-Men, because I know my whole life will just be over. I would never come out of my room.
Yep.
Because I waited my whole life for that stuff to be that, you know, to look like that when I was a kid. Yeah, that's interesting.
It's crazy. There was this thing about, I think it was showing Kobe in the first NBA game he was ever in, and the most recent, and literally the most recent, I Yeah, well, it's definitely interesting. And I mean, actually, when I started, we weren't doing games solely. We had a few games out there, but we were doing a lot more like work for hire app development. So if you had an app idea and you wanted to pay for it, we would make it.
Okay.
But now it's much more we're paying, like investing in our own games. And you know, I think being in San Francisco has helped with that process, like knowing what's going on and what best practices are and who the right people to know are and things like that.
That's cool.
So now we're really focused on games.
Let me ask you if you know, because I don't know if it's technical stuff. You know, I was riding with someone the other day, and they wanted to check she wanted to check her makeup, so she turned on her camera and looked at herself, you know, reflect, and it says, and maybe it may be possible. How come nobody's come up with an app that'll turn your screen into an actual mirror? Because I was thinking that would be the best-selling app, and everyone would want, because people are vain.
Yeah,
Want to see themselves.
You know, they have the covers that can do that. Like, it's just a sticker. So if you put the sticker on the front of your phone, it'll be a mirror, and then when you turn the light on, it's not a mirror anymore.
Ooh, okay, yeah, that's been done.
Yeah, well, it's not a technology thing, right? It's just.
I just know it's a sticker. What do you mean, like so?
It's literally a mirror sticker.
You put it on.
It's a screen protector.
Okay, but it's a mirror instead. Okay, and when you turn your light, it's not a mirror anymore.
Right.
Okay.
The light shines through it.
People need to know about that. Because apparently, because no girl I've ever seen knows that they're always turning on the camera.
Yeah, I used to have it like maybe 5 years ago or something. I don't know. I mean, you know, there's all these great products that people just don't know how to market.
Oh, okay. Because I said, was it not very good, or was it?
It was fine.
Oh, okay. Why'd you stop using it?
I don't really look in the mirror that often.
Oh, okay.
I don't live in LA.
Oh, yes, okay, that's
Nobody
right.
cares what I look like.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I forgot, that's right. This isn't the whole world. It's just here in LA. People constantly look at, because, I mean, what's really funny is to watch how many guys do it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and here, out in this town, I mean, you see guys doing like, what is he making? Oh, he's not making a photo. Oh, he's looking at himself. Okay. I mean,
it's so different.
Yeah, and it was really funny. I mean, I don't know if it's fair. Well, I get why, well, you know, really pretty people, the good-looking people always look at themselves, but in LA, even the people that aren't are constantly staring at themselves like, what are you looking for? Why don't you tell me exactly what you're looking for in that mirror? Who do you see in there?
Yeah. No, it's all about how you look here, right?
Apparently. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's
in some scenarios.
Well, this is probably the most here, maybe Miami Beach, Florida, some places in New York. It's the most superficially charged place on the planet. So much is how you look. I remember I was bartending, and I saw what I thought was either a unique to this place phenomenon or a sign of the times we live in. It was an industry party for models and such, and I'm bartending, and there's these 4 guys, and I'm going to be very generous and say that they were Neanderthals that had acquired speech, and I was listening to them critique the women in the room. Now, the ugliest woman in the room was an 8 1/3.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean that's just the one that 8 1/3 would be our version of homely. And I'm listening to these guys critique all these different women, and I said, fellas, let me highlight you for a second. Show me a picture of somebody you know personally, not that you've ever been with, that you just know that's better looking than anyone in this room. Well, no one can do it. And by the way, when I say Neanderthals that acquired speech, let me preface this, that one of them had a collared shirt that had hair. He had so much hair on his body, the hair from his back was pushing through to the front.
Oh my God.
You can see the hair. You can see the hair on his back from the front, is what I'm saying. And I'm just listening to these cats, and I'm like, in what universe, at which unicorns are the coin of the realm, can you be with any woman in this room?
Yeah.
And these guys were like, yeah, man, you know. And I'm like, what? I mean, they were skipping out. He says, well, I said, can anyone here? I says, I don't make a lot of money, but I will give all my tips if I can see any one of you guys close a deal in this room. Okay? Well, look, that may not happen, but if I'm going to get turned down, I want to be turned down by an absolute 10. If that makes you feel better. I mean, if that's going to be your badge of honor that I don't get, I've been turned, what is it, I've been thrown out of better places than this before or whatever. It was just really odd to where the people who are not beautiful ascribe to ownership of the people that are. I just thought I don't know if this may be a very bad period in history.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was what I saw. And I'm like, oh man.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And that's why I feel sorry for women who come here from other towns. Like, I don't know, Willacoochee, Georgia or something. It was the Miss Magnolia Queen and thought she was going to come to LA and be a star. And turned out she was a 10 in Georgia and a 6 in LA.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's because you watch that. You can watch how people, because I notice how women look at other women when they go out. Women don't pay much attention to good-looking guys. They pay attention to all their competition. I'm like, oh, is that what you think about when you go out? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we enjoy coming here for like a weekend, and then we're like, oh, let's go back to San Francisco.
So it's not like that in San Francisco.
No, it's much more about like what tech company you work for.
Oh, okay.
And who you know.
What you're actually doing.
Yeah.
Not how you look. Okay, that's good to know.
It's the same. I mean, it's the same thing, right? It's the same cattiness, but it's just in a different way.
Yeah, different category, exactly. Say that guy's code's worthless or whatever.
Exactly.
That is something. It's cool.
California's an interesting place.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I've lived here. I was born and raised here, and I've seen a lot of different things transpire here. I've watched the city change from what it was to what it is, and I can't. It's unfair to me to say better because who am I to judge better or worse? But definitely different or more extreme or whatever. I'm trying to imagine a time. I can't really imagine a time where looks didn't matter, but maybe I wasn't so aware. You know, and I think there's a certain amount of freedom that comes of not being a member of the privileged, beautiful class, where there's certain worries that I have that other guys don't have. I don't have to worry about how thin I am or how good looking or whatever, you know. I don't have to go get my eyebrows done. I'm thinking that would be painful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I were really good looking, I'd have to worry about that. You know, I got scars on my face that work, that no one notices unless I point them out. But if I was this flawless and beautiful guy with a scar, that would be the first thing you'd notice. I got battle scars all over the place, so I can just imagine like, yeah. It's not an easy place, and it's expensive here too. Of course, that you guys do have in San Francisco, expensive.
I mean, housing-wise, it's more expensive in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Just the main city because it's much smaller area. Here you have so many options neighborhood-wise.
Yeah.
Different areas. San Francisco, it's like, if you want to be in the city, it's, $3,000 a month for a studio apartment.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. I mean, because I remember, like I said, I went to school in the Bay Area, and I remember a girlfriend of mine, she lived in East San Jose. And I remember going over her house, there was a barbecue or a picnic. Well, it can't be a picnic in a place, but it was a barbecue. And it was a nice three-bedroom house, three-bedroom, two-bathroom house. And looked like, you get these, I don't want to call them tract homes, but these sort of like developments where there are 5 different styles of house, and they just keep repeating themselves. So it was like that kind of place. I think they might have bought the house for $95,000 back in the day. And I stay in contact with her on Facebook, and that house just sold for $1.3 million.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking that house is not worth $1.3 million. see, well, that would be really hard to turn down. I'm assuming that says north. That's part of the day, so much glare I can't see anything. Yeah, that's north. Yeah, that would be hard. I hope I get a penny over, but I'll pay it all right now.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I have friends who are looking to buy, and it's a terrible time, but nobody knows when it's going to pop.
Yeah.
The housing bubble, so.
You know what I wonder about, and I keep hearing this thing about, like, the generation behind the young, and I say this because I'm an old man, millennials, is that they're not, what's important to them is what was important to the generations before.
Mm-hmm.
Like owning a house or buying a house one day, they seem to be more, or what I've read, and I don't mean, like I said, this is not my, they're more concerned with experiences than stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm finding, because I find that, because I drive around a lot of kids, and when I was 16 years old, I couldn't wait to get a driver's license and then get a car. Everyone I knew felt that way. I drive around so many kids whose parents can afford to buy them a BMW, don't want cars. They just have an Uber account.
Yeah.
They don't know how to drive. They don't have a driver's license, and they don't want one. And I was thinking, when I read the article about they're not interested in buying houses, this isn't what's important to them. So you get all these people overpaying for these houses as investments and looking to sell them. The thing is, there won't be a market.
Mm-hmm.
No one's going to buy all those houses for whatever it is they're asking for.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that, and only time will tell if that really makes a difference, if it turns out to be true.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with that one.
Yeah, because traditionally, real estate, no matter what, is always going up. People need real estate. They're not going to make any more land.
Yeah. My neighbor was just telling me she's lived in my apartment building since 1973.
Wow.
And she was telling me, like, maybe it was 10 years ago or so, they were picking up houses off our street, like literally coming in and removing them from the ground, picking them up as they are, putting them on trucks, putting them down to the water, putting them on a barge, taking them across to the Marin, and picking them up and putting them down on land in Marin. Like, apparently there was something about the land depreciating faster than the house or the structure.
Depreciating or appreciating?
Depreciating.
Okay.
Yeah. So they, like, I don't really know what she was saying, but it just sounded crazy, and she said everyone was outside watching it happen, but it was like 2 houses on our street that happened, like, in a year's time or something, where somebody owned the land, or bought the land, and they didn't want the house, so they, like, sold the house, but they picked it up and moved it. I don't know. I would have paid to see that.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's wild.
Yeah. But she's seen a lot happen, just, on our block over the years. And
this is 1973. Do they have rent control in San Francisco?
yeah. If the building was built before 1975, I believe.
So rent control is based on that, not just, oh wow, that's
It's only based on the date, the year that the building was built. And then, like, if you get in, they can only increase it. I don't know the percentage, but it's like a 1 to 5 or something a year. But if you leave and somebody else comes in, they can change it however they want.
That's how we have it here too, yeah.
But, like, for example, here, like, there's been stories where people are in rent control and their rent will be $1,500, and then all of a sudden it'll be $4,000 a month. And they're like, sorry, that's the rent now, and there's nothing these people can do about it.
Even though it's a rent control?
No, even when it's not rent control.
Oh, yeah.
Which is terrible, but...
Yeah, I've heard, because, like, there's a guy I train at the gym with, and he lives a place, it's a block off the beach, and he's been living there since 75, he's an older guy. And, the owners refuse to do anything. He's like, that's okay, he put in new floors, new parts of the apartment, everything, and he's bought 3 pieces of property since, but he's still living there. And he says, every time I see them, I know they're just thinking about plotting to kill me. Because I know they want me dead.
Yeah. That's funny.
Wow.
Yeah, luckily this lady, she owns the apartment she lives in.
Oh, okay.
So at least she has that investment.
Right. Right.
I'm not paying monthly into that.
That's cool. Have you guys bought your place yet, or you don't want to do it? That sounds like a good idea.
Not right now.
Okay.
I have a really good deal, like rent-wise.
That's
So
cool.
I also don't know if we'll settle in San Francisco, like for life.
Oh, right.
I mean, he's from the South too. We'll probably end up
Going back
there at some point.
Well, it makes more sense. I mean, considering where your situation is kind of global, you don't have to live in California. You can get so much. You can live so much better in the South than you can here.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you can handle. Do you guys have humidity in Kentucky? Is there a lot of humidity there?
Yeah, we do. It's
Okay.
like, it's interesting because I go to Kentucky and I feel like it's more humid there. It feels more humid. And then, like, if you look at the actual weather channel, like the percentage, it's much more in California. I think
Really? We don't experience it though. I don't feel that humidity.
Right, I don't either. But it just, the percentages on, like, the humidity level are higher here.
I wonder. I've never thought about it, but I wonder what the factors that go into that. Because when I went to Florida and Georgia, I couldn't take it.
Yeah,
I couldn't take
agree.
it, and I didn't know the protocol, so I just kept taking showers, which made it worse. You know, so I didn't know what to do. I was like, I can't stay here. I can't take this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because we had a little bit of, and they said it was 17%, if that is a thing, of humidity here about a month and a half ago, and everyone was miserable, just miserable.
Maybe I'm wrong then. Let me look. Let's see. I remember something weird where I was like, it was wrong than what I thought it was.
Yeah, because
it says Beverly Hills right now, the humidity is 30% here.
well, that's weird. So what in
Bowling Green, it's 45% in Kentucky, so that's more.
Okay.
In San Francisco, it's
I think this is tough.
55%. So it's more in San Francisco than.
Then it must.
But
You know
in
what
San
though? Oh,
Francisco,
I
it's
get
the
it.
fog.
I get exactly. The humidity is moisture. It's not just temperature. So it has to be
Right.
moisture and heat at the same time, which makes you uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
So if it's high humidity, low temperature, you don't notice it, right?
Right.
It's just like wet air.
When we have high temperature, we usually have low humidity, and that's what we're experiencing. I'm glad. See, good to know. I'm glad I talked to you today, boy. I learned some stuff. Oh, that's right. This is a nightmare. You going to 8383?
Yeah, is it that white building right there?
If it's
That
8383,
looks-
it's across the street.
Yeah.
It's across the street.
I wonder. Yeah, man, it looks like I can't walk.
No, don't worry. I get you. I know what to do.
Okay.
I know what to do. Oh. I just make this. What happens is I just make a U-turn. The problem is my drop off. I'm gonna have to drop you off at the corner. Okay, sorry about that. I'm sorry, dude. Don't go behind me. Calm down. If I remember correctly, how I did this last time. Okay, this dude's in a hurry. There we go.
Like it.
Let's see.
If you have to go past it a little, that's fine.
Okay,
I'm
yeah, because
early.
I think you know what? Good, I can make a right on that street, and then I'll drop you off at the corner.
Sounds great. Well, it's great chatting with you.
You too, thank you. All right. Hey, I have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Can I put this on it?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Because I like to put my conversation. I was going to ask you earlier, but I was concentrating on other things.
Yeah, sure. Why
All right,
not? What's the
it's
channel?
Big Tank LA.
Big Tank LA. I got
Okay,
it. I'll
Macy.
check it out. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Have a good one.
All right.